So the tariff war continues. Today is Friday, April 11th. Trump tariffs live. China heats up U.S. trade war by raising tariffs to 125%. 125%. Investors flee dollar to safe havens. I was reading some news on X that Trump is requesting a phone call with, the president of China, see if they could sort some things out. The tariff war is going to affect a lot of consumers in the U.S. and a lot of, production companies out in China. Investors are worried right now. A lot of U.S. companies, they have to, a lot of these U.S. companies, they get these parts, stuff made in China. So if the tariffs are going to impact their parts, their production, they have to kind of find a way around the tariff to make some profit for the investors. And that's why the stock market is kind of in a down position right now. A lot of investors are, trying to give it time, see how the U.S. will react, and see how the consumers and inflation will react to the tariff talks. China to increase tariffs on U.S. goods, 125%, up from 84%. U.S. stocks are volatile after China's announcements, and the dollar plummeted again as trade war roils markets. Another good news today, if you are into the semiconductors, anything such of AMD, Qualcomm, and NVIDIA, U.S. chip makers outsourcing manufacturing will escape China's tariffs. I do hold a bit of AMD, not too much. My account is a little over 1,500. AMD is having a pretty good day for today with that news release. They're up 3.45%, currently trading at $91. So with that good news, it looks like these chip producing companies are gonna, have a way out from the tariffs. So U.S. chip makers which outsource manufacturing will be exempt from China's retaliatory tariffs on U.S. imports, according to the notice of Chinese Semiconductors Association on Friday. So for U.S. chip designers such as Qualcomm and AMD that outsource manufacturing to Taiwanese chip maker giant TSMC, Chinese custom authorities will classify these chips' place of origin as Taiwan. That's very good news for AMD and Qualcomm. The investors will not have to worry about how they're going to produce their profits if they have to make their chips in another country or even in the U.S. I've seen a lot of companies, suggesting that if they were to produce their chips or their products here in the U.S., it would probably cost 25 to 30% more for the consumers. And, you have to kind of make profit off of that. It would just be more expensive for everyone else.